Bonjour keladi. Hatta Qozog'iston, Qirg'iziston, Yaponiya, Vietnam, Tailand hammasiga keladi.
Cũng như Tây Tạng, chính sách đồng hóa mà nhà cầm quyền Trung Cộng thi hành hầu diệt chủng các quốc gia bị trị. Hiệp hội Liên minh Đông Á ngoài việc góp phần giữ vững và xây dựng độc lập tự do trong vùng Đông Nam Á, Liên minh ra đời nhằm liên kết các nước nạn dân để chống lại dã tâm bành trướng của Cộng sản Tàu. Hiện đại diện các nước là thành viên của Hiệp hội Đông Nam Á gọi tắt là FIFA gồm có Ngô Duy Nhĩ, Mông Cổ, Tây Tạng, Ấn Độ, Đài Loan, Hồng Kông, Nhật Bản, Mãn Châu và Việt Nam. Đại diện tiếng nói của người Việt Nam trước Liên minh và báo chí Nhật Bản, luật sư Trần Kiều Ngọc, chủ tịch phong trào Giới Trẻ Thế Giới vì Nhân quyền. Vì đại diện của Việt Nam Tibet Alliance đã tố cáo sự hèn nhát của Đảng Cộng sản Việt Nam trước sự xâm lăng và diệt chủng dân tộc Việt Nam bằng chất độc, bằng đặc khu kinh tế 99 năm, dùng Việt Nam làm bàn đạp bao vây Biển Đông của Cộng sản Tàu, và đất nước Việt Nam đang nguy cơ sẽ trở thành một Tây Tạng thứ hai. Sau đây chúng tôi trân trọng kính mời quý vị và các bạn theo dõi phần phát biểu của luật sư Trần Kiều Ngọc tại Hội nghị Liên minh Đông Á.
Namaste, thank you.
Next to speak is Vietnam.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Teresa Tran.
皆さんおはようございます。私の名前はテリーサ・トランです。
I am a Vietnamese refugee living in Australia.
私は今、オーストラリアに住んでいるベトナムの難民です。
Before 1975, my father was a Vietnamese soldier. My father was a Vietnamese soldier fighting for freedom and democracy for the South government of Vietnam. After the communists in the north of Vietnam took over the South in 1975, that incident we usually call the Fall of Saigon or the Black April Day. My father escaped from Vietnam by boat, and when I was only 3 months old, then I came to Australia united with my father when I was 7. Like many people, I used to think that my country is totally fine after the American troops withdrew out of Vietnam. But the reality is totally opposite. I went to Vietnam when I was a uni student, and I saw with my own eyes, and I realized that our country, with the body of Vietnam, but our soul has been taken by the Chinese communists.
共産主義の侵略によって、石化していたわけです。
Let me tell you the real situation. Vietnam, our people are suffering. We are like a mental illness patient. We're sick, we're mentally sick, but we do not know that we're sick. And therefore, because we do not admit that we're sick, a lot of people in the world think that we're fine and healthy. This is because the communists in Vietnam, they have brainwashed our people, that politics is something very dirty, that you are now free to eat, and all what you need to worry about is your food and your own personal affairs, and do not worry about what's happening in the world around you, or what's happening in terms of politics or our relationship with China. Therefore, they are building a generation with careless hearts and do not want to give away or contribute or care anything about other people. Now, let me tell you, these are the examples why I, the Vietnamese living abroad, Vietnamese refugees, believe that Vietnam is taken by China. Firstly, in Vietnam, Chinese currencies are formally accepted and used in many areas in Vietnam border with China. And secondly, that the Chinese communists, they shoot and kill many of our fishermen. at sea along our coastal line, and the Vietnamese Communist government refused to do anything, and they silent on this. Thirdly, the Chinese communists, they are taking over our islands, and they're building artificial islands near our coastal lines. Vietnamese government are silent on this. The Chinese communists also bring gigantic oil drilling machines, stealing, exploiting our natural resources, and the Vietnamese communists will do nothing. And recently, the Vietnamese communists have decided that they will offer and lease the Special Trade Economic Zone for 99 years to China. Now, against our people's will. And there are many, many more examples. I can tell you that Vietnamese communists, they are doing everything in the best interest for China and not for our people.
そして、ベトナムの
Therefore, people like myself and many Vietnamese refugees who fled Vietnam during the 1975 incident, we have two enemies. One, Vietnamese Communist government, and two, the Chinese Communist government. And let me tell you, while I'm speaking here today, my two small children are waiting for me to return home. And my people, they relied on me to be their voice. Because we, like domestic violence victims, we are suffering in our house, but it is being locked up. Those who want to raise their voice in Vietnam are being locked up without a fair trial. In fact, we have more than 200 prisoners of conscience in Vietnam, which is the second highest country in the world that have prisoners of conscience after Burma.
そして1970
Now, leaving the past behind, I know that Japan have done so much, currently have done so much to help Vietnam. You have protected us, you have encouraged our people to stand up for what is fair and just, and you are forever remembered of your kindness. And you don't know how much our people speak highly of the Japanese. And I can tell you that living in Australia, I have spoken to many different nationalities. The people, the world look up to you because of your courage and your unity. And I'm here today not to ask for sympathy, but to raise a voice, to ring a bell, and letting you know that when I look into your eyes, you are not just Japanese. And I believe that when you look into my eyes, I'm sitting here, I'm not just a Vietnamese, because you are a human being, and I am a human being. We look at each other as a human being. And if we see that a human being is suffering, our whole humankind is suffering. So I want to tell you that my mission today is to let you know that we need to do something about Mongolia, about Tibet, about Uyghur, about Vietnam, because we're all human beings, and we need to take collective actions and help each other, because if one day Vietnam is totally lost and being taken by China, if we become the second Tibet, then it's going to be very, very contagious. What will happen to all the next door neighborhoods like Thailand, Laos, Philippines, and then it will be the victim next. So please help us as if we're all helping each other. Thank you.